breaking through the crowd. Well, we've mentioned him already. We saw him make an absolutely shocking, dramatic return to Mayhem Mania 2. The Jurassic Punk.
Well, a dramatic return and a somewhat unusually dramatic entrance. Most people coming down the stairs, but he wants to do a dive in his way. And hang on a second, he's wanting to say a few words, Matty Pearce.
Well, I tell you what, Zolly God, I'm looking forward to hearing what Syd Parker has to say. We haven't heard from him since Mayhem Mania, since he made his dramatic return. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Did you miss me when I was gone? Yeah! Well, I missed everyone but that guy. The rumors of my extinction have been greatly exaggerated. Now, before I get too carried away, as I'm liable to do, the Jurassic Punk has been exiled. Aaron is dead.
Aaron's not dead.
But Syd Parker is here in the flesh. For months I bided my time, I buried my soul, and I betrayed my friends. All to get vengeance on the one they call Jab. I will never forgive you, James. And I hate that about me. But we both know it's true. And I don't know if you've realized this, but we're severely lacking in the presence of God tonight. He ran away. And I came looking for a fight. So, I know no one up there wants me, no one trusts me. Fair. Come and fight me then. Whoever. You'll want to see a fight? You'll want to see Syd Parker fight? Then bring them to me.
Strong words from the Jurassic Punk. Syd Parker making an open challenge to a locker room, as he articulated, has certainly put him in exile. And, well, dare I say, Sally Gold, rightly so. But here's one man ready to step up, ready for a fight. This is the music of Matty Pearce.
Absolutely. Matty Pearce deciding to answer the challenge, which is a brave call, but he's no slouch, Matty Pearce, and he's a tough man. But can he take on the guile and the wile of Syd Parker, who has so much experience? You never know. And a few fans of Matty Pearce and perhaps questioning his choice of football team, but I'm not going on to that one. That's always the hottest debate of all.
I think in many ways what we just heard from Syd Parker leaves a few more questions than answers. As he said, he has rightly been exiled from the locker room. He certainly wants to go out and reprove himself, but how much of Syd Parker do we still have, still lives within him after so long of being under the wicked spell of the cult-like leader that is Jab? Well, we're about to find out. The first time we've seen Syd Parker in action here at Mayhem Pro Well, as Syd Parker at the very least for quite a long time. How different is Syd going to be from Aaron?
Well, who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that one. That's the mystery that needs to be untangled. A bit like perhaps some of his footwear, but my goodness, this is going to be a very, very tough, hard-fought contest because you've got two very tough competitors.
Do you even know how to tell you that's not how you do it?
Will you do it for me then? Tie my
Well,
shoe.
Syd Parker getting himself ready. I mean, they talked about being exiled from the locker room. Hardly even any opportunity to get changed into gear. Making his entrance through the crowd. I didn't even know that Syd was around tonight. He's coming from outside. Well, Matty Pearce, as you said, the small pocket of fans in the crowd, but for the most part, certainly not on his side at all. We'll see what kind of impact that has on his outing here in the ring against a seasoned veteran, that is Syd Parker. But yeah, someone who we just don't know what to expect until we hear that bell ring.
You want the brain? Guess I'm ready. Bring it up!
And there it is. We are off and going the first time. Syd Parker, the Jurassic Punk, in action in Mayhem Pro in quite some time, up against a hot up-and-comer in Matty Pearce.
Absolutely, it will be an intriguing contest. I'm just thinking, what would Matty Pearce have to do to perhaps sneak past the experience of Syd Parker? What has he got in his arsenal, which of course is developing steadily? What could he do?
I think he needs to make sure he doesn't let his emotions or any sentiments that many in the locker room have of distrust, of wanting to have Syd Parker exiled. He needs to put that aside and focus on the competitor in the ring opposite him. The competitor right now who's got him backed into the corner. Side headlock from Matty Pearce, starting to try wear him down. A good move.
Absolutely. I think you're on the button there, Matty Huss, in that he's got to be in the present moment, and you're quite right, not let the emotion go on. There is that mistrust, but right when you're in the ring, you've got to be all business, and we're seeing some business right now as Syd Parker had reversed the headlock and wearing down Matty Pearce. My goodness, there's some power on display here, which is very, very something.
Hip toss off the ropes, but Syd Parker very quick with a double kick up to respond. Tosses Matty Pearce over. I think there might have been a little bit of a hair grab there, but referee Tom letting it go. Another fling across the ring.
Well, I think he heard you on the second one, made it quite clear. We had the vantage point there, and now Matty Huss back in the corner and sort of asking for a bit of the proverbial quarter-time break, given that we're in football season.
I think that he might be asking a little bit too much there of someone who's exiled from the locker room and someone who's a canny veteran as Syd Parker is. I'm not sure if he's going to take Matty Pearce at face value.
He's going to be very, very cautious about it.
Oh my goodness! Sends him with a snap from suplex into the corner. Well, Syd Parker a bit too trusting there of the young up-and-comer in Matty Pearce, and now stomping him in the back of the head.
Well, yeah, I'm kind of surprised, but maybe he thought maybe he's desperate for some friends, reached out for a hand, and well, he's back.
I think you're being very generous. I think so, Gold. Pearce sends Parker into the ropes, gets him up, sends it down to the backbreaker, manages to hold on. Impressive strength from the youngster here. Sends him down with the side slam. Syd Parker feeling every bit of that. Goes for the cover. 1-2, kick out by Parker.
Well, absolutely, the back is hurting, but Syd Parker digging deep to kick out, and Matty Pearce is going to have to try something more than just a little bit of trickery. He's going to have to wear down the veteran in Syd Parker, and he's starting to do that now with a big double back chop, and Syd Parker is, eating canvas at this time.
And let's not forget, if not by name Syd Parker, but Aaron had an absolutely horrendously violent contest with JXT at Mayhem Mania 2 in the dog collar match. Aaron has been banished from Mayhem Pro. Syd Parker is back, but in physical sense, obviously the same person, and he has to be feeling some ramifications, some after effects of that match against JXT. But you can't tell right now as he's wheeling the crowd, he's energizing himself up, pulling himself up out of this lock-up that Matty Pearce has got him in, sending with an elbow. One side of the head, other side of the head. Gets him up at a fireman's carry. Pearce slips off.
Back goes away.
Oh, geez. Manages to avoid a collision with referee Tom in the corner. Matty Pearce is going. If he can send him down here, he might nearly have the win here. Dropped him right on his head. Goes to the cover. 1, 2. That's, oh no, it's not. Syd Parker somehow manages to kick it out.
I don't know how he did that with the back looking like it's in the condition that it's in, because Matty Pearce is giving his all here. He's just pouring it on. And I think that if he's got the control of that emotion, if he's got that ability to keep pouring it on, he could cause a major upset here in Syd Parker. Well, we'll call it Syd Parker's return match to Mayhem Pro.
Matty Pearce has been making waves, making a good impression throughout 2024. But what a statement win this would be if he was able to overcome Syd Parker. But Matty Pearce referencing, as we talked about before, the locker room disdain for Syd Parker.
Well, it would be a huge upset. His 25 would definitely come alive.
Not a single person likes you, says Matty Pearce to Syd Parker. But to be honest, I don't think Syd Parker hugely cares. Syd Parker cares about getting that winner's purse, about getting the 1, 2, 3 in the ring. And right now he's got Matty Pearce in a vulnerable position. What a massive clothesline taking down the young
gun. A clothesline from hell, not only does he not care, I think that Matty Pearce...
Kick up into the corner there, Claymore-esque.
I think that all that's done is just rev up and fire up Syd Parker, and Matty Pearce.
Absolutely enraged Syd Parker. Now going back with stomps. Referee Tom going for the 5 count in the corner. Syd Parker has completely found another gear here. I think Matty Pearce might be in trouble.
He's gone into overdrive on overdrive, and now he's looking for that famous pile driver, which of course is one of his fortes. If he gets this, it's curtains.
But look, he's hesitated. I can't help but wonder if this is a bit of an internal conflict. Oh, and rolls over Matty Pearce with the surprise pin. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, 2 3/4. It seemed as if Syd Parker hesitated to give the pile driver. And you can't help but wonder if maybe there's something internally deep in his mind, almost a traumatic stress response there from that, because he just couldn't get that pile driver in.
Well, look, I majored in the physical. I'm not Dr. Zali, the psychiatrist. I can't work that one out, Matty Huss. But goodness me, I've never seen Syd Parker hesitate like that. There is, from an amateur, untrained perspective, there is some degree of conflict. And right now, once again, Matty Pearce extending the hand of friendship. Surely he's not going to fall for that again.
I would be very, very surprised if Syd Parker did, but good show of sportsmanship. Going to have it, gets him up. Oh my goodness! 1, 2, 3. My goodness, what a finish. Well, he didn't hesitate on that move. Syd Parker with authority, a statement victory upon his return to Mayhem Pro.
Hang on a second, Matty Huss.
Well, just as we're hearing Kano make the winner's announcement, here come Ezekiel, here come Isaiah stalking down the stairs. You can only think they've got bad intentions in mind, bad intentions for one person. Syd Parker looks to be trying to form a bit of an alliance with Matty Pearce against the cycle. Well, Isaiah calling for the microphone, snatching it out of Kano's hand.
We took you in.
Oh, well, Matty Pearce taking a pound. He doesn't want any of the cycle.
So much for friendship.
This is a very, very volatile situation right now. A dangerous situation for Syd Parker.
Absolutely, 2-on-1.
You prayed with us, and you betrayed us. Because of you, our one true savior is a former Mayhem Pro Internet champion. Because of you, we haven't seen our savior since Mayhem Mania. He hasn't answered our calls. He hasn't answered our texts. He hasn't even answered our prayers. And it's all because of you and your heresies. And now, we are going to avenge those heresies. Starting with you.
Well, Isaiah's saying what we were speculating before. The cycle completely rudderless. Oh my goodness. I don't know if this is bravery or stupidity from Syd Parker right now. goodness, Ezekiel absolutely flooring the Jurassic Punk, laying into him. We need to get some help out here. Forget about anything that's happened in the past. 2-on-1. This is a pack of wolves.
Well, absolutely. Syd Parker having no hope, sadly, in my opinion, against the big man Ezekiel and Isaiah, and a big double team, and now he's flat on the canvas and looking at it too closely for liking. And goodness me, the cycle making a very strong point. That they are very fed up with what happened at Mayhem Mania 2 and missing their leader, Jack.
The cycle taking it down. Syd Parker with the magic killer right there. Syd Parker's managed to get the microphone.
Mitchell.
Come on, Syd.
You find your God. You go find him. And you tell him to meet me in hell.
Oh my God, the cycle coming back in the ring again. Oh no, 2-on-1 once again. We need to get some help out here for Syd Parker. Absolutely getting decimated by the cycle.
He needs someone to come down from the locker room.
Oh my God, he's not going to do what I think he's going to do. Isaiah, he has Syd Parker up. He's going to send him down the road. No!
That was vicious.
They might be leaderless, they might be somewhat bobbing in the ocean, but the cycle.
Of the cycle, we accept.
Did you hear that, Zali Gold?
I heard it, Matty Pearce.
Isaiah, on behalf of Jab, accepting the challenge of Syd Parker. Somewhere down the road, we're going to be seeing Syd Parker and Jab. That said, we haven't heard or seen from Jab in weeks and weeks and weeks. So I don't know how much weight that carries, but I tell you what, this story, this cycle situation, this saga is nowhere near over, but oh my goodness, look at Syd Parker. He's lifeless in the ring. His last ounce of energy used in getting that challenge put out to Jab. Maybe this means we'll finally hear from Jab.
Or who knows, if he's returned to paradise, I don't have the mobile number or Instagram account up there to get in contact with him, but the challenge was accepted on his behalf.
Syd Parker is still, he's still not moving here. He's absolutely lifeless in the ring. But there's no one in the locker room who wants to come out and help him. I'm looking here at Kato, I'm looking here at Sarge. I can't do anything. There's no one who wants to help Syd Parker. He's completely exiled from the Mayhem Pro locker room.
And he's on his own. He's trying to get to his feet. But as you say, no one helping him. How he's going to get back to that locker room and get some attention?
Well, I don't think he's going to want to go back to the locker room based on what we've just seen. I don't think he's got many friends back there. I think Syd Parker, when he wants to find Jab, I think he needs to find himself as well.
Oh, absolutely. He's got to find something deep inside himself here, physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, to just get himself out of this ring. I mean, all due respect, we've got a show to get on with. He's trying to just push himself up to crawl for the ropes, but he was decimated by what's left of the cycle.
We can see from our vantage point here at ringside, Zali Gold, like he's literally shaking, he's trembling, he's not in a good way at all. He can barely get himself to one knee, let alone to his feet. And this is off the back of a dog collar match at Mayhem Mania 2 as well.
Well, absolutely. Whilst the surface scars may have healed, and the things hang on.
An absolute show of defiance from the Jurassic Punk, Syd Parker, as he makes his return to Mayhem Pro here at Mayhem Pro Showcase, managing to crawl out of the ring. Like we said before, though, Sally Gold, we still have plenty of show that we need to get through here. We've got a number one contenders match for the Mayhem Pro Internet Championship coming up later this evening. We've got Nate Hunter going up against JXT.
Well, absolutely. The student versus the teacher, it doesn't get any better than this. And the heated rivalry on social media during the last couple of weeks between those two has shown it.
Stairway to Heaven ain't for me.